Then now this is the important parameter, ozone depletion layer. So you have ever heard this ozone, our ozone layer is depleting due to chlorofluorocarbons. So here you see all these refrigerants which we are using, they are having some potential. If this ozone depletion layer of the refrigerant should be, if it is more than zero, then it is having a potential to deplete the ozone layer. So ideally it should be zero. So there is a Montreal protocol is there. They conducted one meeting, and in that meeting they decided to basically change or replace the refrigerants which are having the ozone depletion potential. So जिनका भी ozone layer depletion potential है, which are more than zero, or hazardous, this basically not good for the ozone layer, then they need to convert non-zero ozone depletion potential refrigerant like R11 and R12. These are the already obsoleted from our system, and they said we need to replace all these R11 and R12 system with other refrigerants, and R12 is in process. They already decided that we need to obsolete this thing R12, R22, but this is in process. Depending, and how will define this ozone depletion potential? It depends on the presence of chlorine and bromide. So how much chlorine and bromide is present inside that refrigerant. So this is the parameter by which you can define the ozone depletion potential. Then ozone depletion potential is directly related with this global warming potential. Now if ozone, we are not depleting the ozone layer, okay, that is good. What about the global warming potential? Global warming potential, whether it is increasing the temperature on the system, global warming is increasing of the CFC's refrigerant. Okay, refrigerant should have a as low as uh, this global warming potential value as possible. So जितनी कम से कम हो उतना global, that is obvious, उतना global warming हमारा कम होगा, it should be low. But in contradiction of this, refrigerants with zero ODP, ozone depletion potential, with zero ODP but have high value of ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल, जिनका ओजोन डिप्लीशन लेयर जीरो है उनका ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल इज वेरी हाई, विच इज आर, for example, R134 in case of ammonia, which is a natural refrigerant, and you will see it is having a zero ozone depletion potential but a high global warming potential, which is I think around 1200. Okay, and ASHRAE is a society for the refrigerants, basically refrigeration systems, and has divided the refrigerant into 6 different categories, like for the safety standards, basically from A1 to A3 and B1 to B3, and here basically, and this one is least dangerous. This is the category they defined. Okay, and now this is the classification which we already discussed. Again we are discussing, this is the refrigerants, and this is a pure fluid, and this is a synthetic fluid, which is the CFCs, hydrochlorofluorocarbons, uh, halofluorocarbons, and then natural refrigerants, organic, inorganic. In the inorganic, ammonia is there, this CO2 is there, water is there. These are the natural refrigerants, and then mixture is there, azeotropic, geotropic. These are the refrigerant which is based on the mixture of the two or more refrigerants, and if it is acting as a single mixture or a after that after the mixing, then this is the azeotropic. If it is acting as a different material, then a geotropic mixture is there. Okay, then now we can discuss the designation, how we will define all these refrigerant. You will see R12 is there, R22 is there. How these numbers are basically, what are these numbers? Okay, so large number of refrigerants are there, wide variety of applications are there. Numbering system to designate various refrigerants. So we are using this numbering system because large variety of refrigerants are there. Number will give us the information about the type of refrigerant, chemical composition, molecular weight. All these things we will get from the numbers. Okay, so first we'll discuss about the fully saturated and halogenated compounds. So here you will see these are the refrigerant derived from this uh, CnH2n plus 2. Okay, this is the, and such as methane is there, CH4, ethane is there, C2H6. Okay, these are designated by the R, X, Y, Z. Four parameters there. R is the general indication, okay, for this fully saturated halogenated compounds. X, Y, Z. Now how we will define this X, Y, Z? 1 plus X indicates the number of carbon atoms. So like in this case, carbon atom 2 is there. So it means that X plus 1 is equals to 2. Okay, y minus 1 indicates the hydrogen atom. Y minus 1 like in this case ethane 6 is the hydrogen, then we will write y minus 1 equals to 6. Okay, now Z indicates the fluorine atom. So there is no fluorine in this ethane, so Z is 0. Here we'll see Z is 0. The balance is indicating the number of chlorine atom. उसके बाद जितना balance बचा है, then it will indicate the chlorine atom. Only 2 digit indicates that X value is 0. If 2 digit indication is there, then X value is 0. Okay, this is how we are going to define the refrigerants for the fully saturated halogenated compounds. So there is an example, there is one example. In this example you will see R22. R22 means, so there are two digits are there, it means X will be 0. X is 0, X is 0, we already defined that X is 0. Number of carbon atoms 0 plus 1 equals to 1. It means that it is a derivative of methane, CH4. Now we need to select about this how many hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, y equals to 2. As you can see, X, Y, X, Y, Z. Y is a 2. Number of hydrogen atom, Y minus 1. We need y minus 1. Y is 2 here, 2, and this will be 1. Number of hydrogen atoms are 1. Okay, now fluorine. 2, Z is fluorine. Z is equals to 2. Number of fluorine atoms are 2. Okay, now add up all these things. Add up all these things. Balance. We need to find out the balance. Okay, this 4. This is the 4 minus number of hydrogen and fluorine atoms. Okay, X basically X and this H and F, number of H and F atoms, and this 4 minus 1 minus 2 is a 1. It means that number of chlorine atoms is 1. So the chemical formula will be R22 CH chlorine, 2 fluorine atoms. Okay, this is how you will generate the formula. Okay, similarly for R12, this was for R22, and now this is for the R12. You will drive it and you will get this chemical formula for this R. Try it for yourself. Okay, now you will find somewhere that like this R134 is for the ammonia, and 1A, in this A is there. A is the uh, this is not for the ammonia, sorry, this is not for the ammonia. This is the derivative of ethane, and here A, what is this A is representing? A stands for the isomer basically. So if any structure is there, different atomic arrangement is there for that same chemical composition, then this A is attached with the as a fifth letter after XYZ. Z के बाद we can attach this A. This is representing the isomer, okay, of the same chemical composition. Okay, next we'll go for the mixture. Okay, for the mixture you will see this designation. We need to represent the 7. So सबसे पहले हमें we need to go for the 7. Like in the ammonia, molecular weight is 17, then designation will be R7. R7, then attach the molecular weight. This is for the ammonia. R717 is for the ammonia. Like carbon dioxide, find out the molecular weight and attach 7 with that. This will be R744. This will be the for the carbon dioxide. For the water, molecular weight is 18, then designation will be R718. Okay, this is for the this. Inorganic compounds are there. So azeotropic mixture are designated by 500 series, and geotropic refrigerants are designated by the 400 series. So these are the examples, few examples for the mixture is there. In the first, you can see this is a mixture for R12 and R152A. So percentage is also given to you, and after mixing this is this will be of series of 500. Okay, so this is the example for this. You wait. This will be the example for the geotropic mixtures, and this is series for this is 400. So these are the various examples for this.